We're here for the 18th race of the season here at Kentucky. I think this is the... See if I can see on the infield. Quaker State 400. Yes. And if not, it's going to be the Quaker State 400. Alex Hawkins will start on pole. This will be, he won earlier, a few races back at Michigan, so we're back here at a 1.5 mile track, which the last one we came to was Charlotte, and that was Phillip Goldberg who came out with the win. But we're here today at Kentucky. Excuse me, I'm a little sick, but I wanted to go ahead and record a race. I haven't recorded one in a while. Graham Stecker will start outside. Robert Goldberg, and then Marshall Rich, Igor Silva, and Fernand Gabot, Colin Grant, and Caleb Brennan, Carson Scott, and Cameron Blake's your top 10. Look through the rest of your field really quick. If you haven't signed up for the Truck Series, go sign up for it. A few spots left. Starting in the back will be Dejon Weeks and the 31 car of Cody Hagan, which Cody won last week at Daytona. Last in points, won a race. So that really good day for Cody Hagan, but he's starting last here. Let's get the command to start engines. Engines are fired out, and the 33 car of Alex Hawkins is going to lead us to the green flag. Alright, so this is Alex Hawkins' second career pole here at Kentucky. Or second career, not just here, but we're here at Kentucky for the Quaker State 400. Not too much we need to know about it. 41 lap race, so fairly long compared to the last couple of weeks. Last couple of weeks haven't really been that long. I'm not sure why, but this, I'm pretty sure we'll have a nice long video. And here comes Alex Hawkins and Graham Stecker. I think this is Graham's first ever front row start, and we're back under green, or we're getting green now. And to lead lap 1, it will be the 33 car of Alex Hawkins. And everyone is racing behind him. Graham and the 20 car of Robert Goldberg racing for second. Here's Marshall Rich in the 23 on the outside trying to make up some ground. Igor Silva is up here. That's your top 5 right now. Fernand Gabot's battling with him. Something about yellow cars in this series. Yellow cars always just seem to do good. Colin Grant down to the inside on the apron racing with Caleb and Carson Scott. And the 78 car of Cody Brennan's coming up here. He's wanting now to make it 3 wide. Him on the bottom. Can't get his nose in there quite yet. And so now Cody's goes 3 wide with the 6 car of Cameron Blake and his brother Caleb Brennan. So Brennan sandwich. And more drivers all the way down on the apron trying to make up some passes. Drivers who started in the back. Dejon still back here. Robert Fergus falls to the back fast. Cody Hagan's making up some ground after his win. Your point leader is actually Phillip Goldberg in the 18 car. That's the last driver to win on the 1.5 mile track. He's right here. He is actually running 15th, so right outside the top 10. Single file now for most of the drivers inside the top 10, I believe. So your top 9 is single file. Then Cameron Blake going under Keegan Ellis up for 10th. Here's the 47 car of Henry Powers. who's making his way to the front. He's a driver we don't normally talk about too much. Raymond Fisher's up here, and there was a wreck. We're under caution. Oh, okay. We'll be right back to see why we're under caution here on lap 6 of 41. Eric Powers was running 33rd at the time. It honestly looks like he just goes in the turn a little hot, and then he's going to slide up the track just barely. And he gets into the 7-car Sam Fraser, get in the outside wall, and then Cody Hagan, making up all that ground, had nowhere to go and gets in the back of him. They both are continuing now, but Cody has a lot of front end damage. Not sure if he'll be able to continue. Eric Powers, not too much damage, a lot of back end damage, but so we'll be right back live. Here we are back live on lap 6 of 41. Let's see if we have pit stops, so we will. Well, I guess this is the pit road view. I don't really like this. You can't see as well. I like the ones where it's right down there, but oh well. Any strategy, or is everyone going to come down? I believe everyone hits pit road. So far, the 33 car has led every lap of Alex Hawkins. See if he's first off here. See, I don't really like it because you can't see them try to race off pit road. Malik Nivens is done with his already. Hank Akbar. Graham will easily... Is that Graham? Yeah, Graham easily wins it off. Then it will be Alex Hawkins. Raymond Fisher plays some strategy. Marshall Rich, Igor Silva. So a lot of strategy being played here. We'll be back live. Alright, we're back. We're getting the one to go this time by. So Graham Stecker with some strategy is going to be your race leader. Alex Hawkins now second. Raymond Fisher, Marshall Rich, Igor Silva, Ferdinand Gabot, Colin Grant, Mike Collin, Carson Scott, and Cody Brennan your top 10. Look through the rest of the field. Caleb Brennan was the biggest loser, I believe. Dejon Weeks gained a bunch of positions. Cody Hagan has retired. Eric Powers is last. Eric might be slow. I'm not sure. That's all. Aero is not too big of a deal here when we come to Kentucky, but yeah. So, we'll restart on lap 10 of 41. We've had one caution. Graham comes in here 39th in points, 1 point ahead of Igor, who is last. Igor is having a really good mid-season run. He's had very good runs, but then he doesn't have anything to show for them. He's last right now in points by 171 points. We already have 12 different winners, so now it's, if you're the last person with a win, you're not going to make the chase, because we have over 12 different winners, and we could have another winner here today. Because right now, your only top 5 of a win is actually Alex and Raymond. But we're back green here at Quaker State. Back here for the Quaker State 400, not Quaker State. And we had a move back here already. Ferdinand under Gabot. Ferdinand's a 3-time winner. He's won the most than anyone. But yet, he has not had too good of a run the last couple weeks. He sits 21st in points, and he slides way up the track. Not good for Ferdinand. He's going to lose a few positions. Igor right back under him for 5th. Here comes Colin under Mike Collin. Colin Grant under Mike Collin. Carson Scott and Cody Brennan right here. Carson goes up high. Almost gets in the back of Mike Collin. Here's Noah Kramer. Cody Brennan, who is running right outside the top 10, he comes in 2nd in points. Still looking for a first win. Phillip Goldberg's got 2. So he's locked in. Some people who are locked in are Ferdinand, Anthony Corby, and Phillip Goldberg, because they've got 3 or 2 wins apart each. So they automatically get pushed to the top. So Ferdinand, even though he's back in 21st, he's going to be seated first unless someone else gets 3 or more wins. And here, what a move by the 33 car of Alex Hawkins, right on the back bumper of Graham, and he's going to shoot to the inside here off turn 2. Eric Powers is still slow, and drag race down the backstretch is going to be Alex Hawkins. No, Graham comes back on the outside. Graham's got that run. And Graham's going to keep the race lead for now. All 3 of these drivers running 3rd, 4th, and 5th all take a different line through 1 and 2. Cody and Carson have moved up to 9th and 8th and 9th. Mike Collin is going in the wrong direction. He's lost a few positions since the restart. Here's a look through the drivers in the back. Point leader is currently running 13th, right outside the top 10. He already has 6 top 10s of the season, which is not the most. The most would go to Ryan Staroff with 8. As I can see right now, wow, I'm also looking at the race. 3 wide. Oh, Caleb almost came right down in front of the 24 car of Brian Walter. Brian should have a win. Mason stole the win at Sonoma. It should have been Brian. And look at them running right here together. And look at this all single file. And the 33 car of Alex Hawkins. Trying to catch Graham. He's caught Graham, but you can't pass him. Okay, back to what I was looking at. Okay, so Bailey Scott has 8. Noah Kramer has 8. Top 10s this is. Ryan Staroff has 8. And I think those are the only 3 drivers with 8 top 10s. And they are 5th, 6th, and 8th in points. So and look at Raymond Fisher out here on the high side. Fernand Gabot and Igor trying to get around Raymond Fisher. The outside here isn't like most tracks. You can actually make a few passes, but Raymond goes way up. He's going to lose 4th. Just checking on the back of the pack, making sure they're not wrecking without us. Now Igor is still trying to make the pass under Raymond. It's hard to pass here because the outside has such a good run also. You gotta really be dialed in to have a good run here. Igor makes the pass, and Colin Grant and Carson Scott's turn to try to make the pass now. And Carson goes under Colin as well. Almost go 3 wide for a second. They clear Raymond, but Colin's got the run on the outside, and Raymond might actually follow Colin. Now Carson's got to deal with Raymond again. Here comes Cody Brennan. Keegan Alsop has gotten around the 11 car, and Henry Powers is working around Mike Collin now. Graham's continuously leading. Graham has a lot of laps led the last couple of weeks, but yet he doesn't have anything to show for it as well. 39th in points. Marshall Rich is up here, and okay, I thought we were under caution. Oh, now Carson Scott's the driver way up high. Actually, a lot of drivers go way up high because we got pit stops. Graham Stecker hits pit road on lap 22 of 41. Malik Niven's in as well. Okay, not too many takers for the first round. And the 33 car, he went up high to avoid Graham, and Marshall Rich took the race lead. Ferdinand almost turned him. It looks like they almost made contact. We'll see who hits pit road this time by. No one in the top 10. Okay, here's the big group back here. Bailey Scott, Andre Weeks, a few people, Noah Kramer. So Marshall Rich is your leader now. Alex had a little hiccup there trying to avoid Bailey getting on the pit road, I believe. Excuse me. And will they pit this time? They're slowing down. Here they come. The leaders are pitting. Oh, they make contact, and Phillip is going to get almost turned around. Anthony Corby and his teammate, Jeff Fraser, come in really fast. So Graham's the first car off. He is a lap down. So he's got to make up a whole lap to see if he can retake the race lead. He's there, so he's back on the lead lap now. He'll be clear in front of Mike and all of them. Malik Nivens might actually jump up some in the running order with his little. Here's Raymond Fisher, who was actually losing the top 5 right then. So here's all these people. The big group of drivers who came down, and Marshall Rich wins it off. And then it would be Ferdinand, Colin, Carson, Alex Knott with a good pit stop. And there's Graham Stecker. I believe Graham's going to retake the race lead. He will. Graham will be your leader after pit stops, and Malik Nivens is jumping up here. Malik jumps up to second. Malik with some pit strategy. He's now running second up here. Malik, not too good of a season, I don't believe. Haven't talked much about him. Comes in 36th in points with only 1 top 5. Okay, your top 5 now is Graham, Malik Nivens, Marshall Ridge, Raymond Fisher, and Dejon Weeks. A lot of drivers with pit strategy have got themselves inside the top, including, here's Ferdinand, who was running 6th. Mike Collins is now back well inside the top 10. Bailey Scott's inside the top 10. Hank Akbar, Colin Grant, and then Carson Scott in the 55 car of Brian Goldberg are now battling for 11th. The 33 car, your leader before it, is now running 13th. Phillip is running 18th. Anyone else? Cody Brennan lost a whole bunch of positions. He's back in 28th. Keegan's back in 30th. They were right outside the top 10 or even racing in the top 10. And Malik Nivens is catching Graham Stecker. Malik's car likes being out front. Excuse me for a second. Alright, I had to blow my nose for a second. And someone just got on the wall. I think it was Graham. Or it was someone in the back. We're mainly single file all around the racetrack now. Raymond's trying to catch him for 3rd. That's Marshall Rich. And Malik's caught Graham. Now we've seen this before where Graham caught the 33 car of Alex but couldn't pass him. But now can Malik pass Graham? Here's the slow car of Eric Powers. Will Graham get around Eric just fine? Eric should use the high side. He's not. Malik loses a little time now, but Graham's going to get around Eric Powers no problem. Now, will Marshall Rich or Raymond Fisher use Eric as a pick right here? Looks like Marshall Rich is gonna. Once again, Raymond Fisher loses a little time. They're actually catching up to your race leaders. They'll get around him just fine. Look through your field. Looks like you just have clusters of cars racing together. Till you get back up here to the front. Malik now is falling off just a little bit. We're inside 10 to go, and I'm not sure if they'll need another pit stop now. We've taken 2. They started pitting on lap 21. They came to lap 7. Lap 8. 7. So that's 14 laps. You know, we might have to... This might come down to pit strategy if we don't see a caution. But I'm not 100% sure. And your top 4 now is closing in all together. Everyone's trying to get around the slow car of Eric Powers up here, the 42 car. Graham's now pulling away a little bit. The next car they'll catch is Robert. I believe they'll catch him before the end of the race. The 47 car's got some damage. Henry Powers, I believe that was coming onto pit road. A lot of cars started bunching up. Now, we saw Graham and Malik pit around the same time. They started the pits. So I believe whoever comes down pit road first, and if everyone pits, if we have pit stops, they will be the winner. So it will be strategy, or we'll have those people try to stay out the whole time. Like, Malik and Graham have slowed down because Marshall, I don't want to say that name wrong. Marshall and Raymond have caught them. I think they might be saving fuel. They might not be. Your fastest lap was turned by Marshall Rich. Not sure on what lap. Malik Nyman's had the second fastest, so they're running up here. Top 4 is all together. Here's Dejon leading the rest of the pack. We got 4 laps to go. Car tapped the wall again. Could have been Graham, not sure. 3 laps to go for Graham Steckers. Graham finally going to get that first win. He is 39th in points, though, so I don't think he could make the chase unless he gets more wins. Will they catch Robert and Henry Powers? I'm not sure. They're coming off turn 4 as they enter turn 3. We got 3 laps to go. And I think Graham's coming down pit road. Graham and Malik pit. It's going to give the lead to Marshall Rich. And Raymond Fisher, your Las Vegas winner. Oh, 2 laps to go. Like I said, whoever would be the first on pit road. And look at this scatter up here. Carson Scott in the middle. Andre Weeks, Noah Kramer, Mike Collin. Marshall Rich and Raymond, they're slowing down. No, they're not. White flag's going to come out for Marshall Rich. Does Marshall have enough in the tank to make it around? White flag. Everyone else is staying out, it looks like, trying to stretch it. Marshall Rich, he comes in here. Can't find him. I'll look for him in a second, but he's coming off turn 4. He's going to pick up his first career win. Marshall Rich wins it. Wins the Quaker, not the Quaker Loan, the Quaker State. Raymond Fisher, Bailey Scott, Brian Goldberg, and Ferdinand Gabot, your top 5. Alright, let's look at the rest of the results. So Marshall Rich wins it. Okay, let me find him in points really quick. He comes in here. $26 in points. Okay. Ready your top 5. Colin Grant, Hank Akbar, Alex Hawkins, Mike Collin, Carson Scott, your top 10. Andre Weeks, Noah Kramer, Edgar Silver, Sam Fraser, Phillip Goldberg, Brian Walter, Irvon Alonso, Ryan Saroff, Andrew Jordan, Mason Powers, your top 20. Jesse Turner, Kayla Britton, Bobby Fraser, Anthony Corby, Cody Brennan, Patrick Gill, Keegan Alsup, Robert Goldberg, Cameron Garlington, Jeff Fraser, Cameron Blake, Anthony Newton, Stephen Rooks, Henry Powers, Robert Fridges, drivers who couldn't make it all the way. Graham Stecker 36, again, dominant car, just couldn't come out with the win. Malik Nivens, Dejon Weeks, and Eric Powers, they all pit. You know what? I think they only took 2 tires. They could have only taken 2 tires, and that's why they had such a fast pit stop. And they did pit 2 laps before everyone else almost. So, makes a little sense. And Cody Hagan will finish last after the only yellow flag. Congratulations, Marshall Rich. Next week is New Hampshire. We'll see y'all then. Let's go look at points, and let's export this really quick. Almost forgot. That would have been terrible. Alright, we'll see y'all at points. Phillip Goldberg still on top. Bailey Scott, 18 points back now, instead of Cody Brennan being 18 points back. Phillip still got a nice point lead. 2 wins in the bank, though, so, I mean, he's made the chase. Looking for Marshall Rich. Haven't looked for him yet. Oops. I know he jumped up some. Can't be that much. It will be right here, 23rd. So, from 26th to 23rd, 97 points back now. Possibly could make the chase, but we're halfway done with the full season now. Going to New Hampshire next week, then Indy, then Pocono, then Washington Glen, then Michigan, then Bristol, Darlington, Richmond, and then guess what? We're at the chase. So not too many more races to go. 8 more races to go till the chase.